Hello friends, happy April. It's Simone and I'm ready to dive in, pick 4 samples, swatch them, decide what pens and inks I would like to move over to the month of April for March, what new pens I would like to ink, and what ink bottles I want to use for April. So, first thing is picking blindly, so I'm not looking into this box as usual. Picking blindly 4 of these samples. Ooh, this might be a shimmer ink because of course I know what this is. This is, and then I have these. Let's see how this is going to work. I'm a bit scared because I have 2 Inkvent inks. All right, so the first one is Rainbow's End. The second one is Pelikan Brown. The third one is Birmingham Pen Co Cerulean. And the fourth one is Lavender Frost. Okay, my puppy wants to talk too. Let's see if I can keep him calm for a little while longer. If not, I will just finish this later. Let's watch these. This is weird. Now, I'm really curious. I'm thinking, which ink could I put into what pen? I might throw one back and use it some other time. But let's watch them first and then decide. So, these are the ink samples. My thought process here is, here's all the pens that I have currently inked at the moment in, these are still the March pens. I'm currently thinking of carrying over 3, but that wouldn't, well, you know, I can be challenged to create a rainbow that isn't really a rainbow. So let's start with swatching. I need some, I can use this. So Lavender Frost is an ink that I didn't really enjoy in the pen. Where is it? What day is it? Lavender Frost was day 17. So that one was down here. I had it in my Bennu Ambrosia with brown orchid, and it just didn't really work well. You can see here there's light spots, and yeah, not sure. This is the one that I'm considering throwing back. We just talked about this on my Discord the other day. The question of, do you consider ink colors to be seasonal or colors in general? And if yes, would you pick a, oh, I don't know where my smooshy thing is. Where's my smooshy thing? Right here. Do you usually pick ink colors according to season? And I'm not usually someone who does that, but this color definitely is not spring color in my eyes. This is more an icy cold. Lavender Frost, as it said. So we have Lavender Frost. I don't really know what pen I would put this in. And I'm not really considering currently to, oh. I also would like to write I think if I decide that I do not want to use this ink, then my rule says that I have to give it away. Am I okay with giving it away? Do I want to experience this in a pilot parallel? Those are the questions that are going through my mind. But by putting a pilot Diamine, and how do I usually do this? Okay, ink brand in capital letters and then Lavender Frost. I would limit the number of pens that I can write with if I use, I mean, I could write with a pilot parallel, but that's not normally what I do. And then I do have 2 shimmer inks, which makes this even more complicated. Then I have Birmingham Pen Co Cerulean. this one is an ink that my friend Amy gave me as an ink sample. She purchased a bottle from them. This color is so lovely. This is definitely one of my staple loving colors, and I already know what pen I want to put this in. I can show you in a second. So, okay, this is... I'll talk about the pens in a minute. So then I have here Pelikan Brown. Ooh, someone is trying to get attention. Okay, let's put this right here. And then, oh, there was, this looks like it's orange. Okay, so this is, I have to say that this is the very first month where I'm like, do I really have to do this? I want to continue and just see how it goes, because this is the very first time that I don't necessarily am drawn to more than just one of these inks. Like the Pelikan, I just had my TWSBI Eco that I use for general writing with document inks, inked with document brown from De Atormentis, and that was a flop. I didn't like that at all. I cleaned it out after one day, and so I'm kind of scarred with brown inks. So I'm not sure that that's a good choice, but you know, that's why I'm like, maybe I need to stop this. But also I could challenge myself and see how it goes, and then if I decide, nah, this is not for me this month, I'm not vibing with this, I could ink something else. But then I at least have this ink sample out of my stash. You know, I think I should go that route, just because it would make this more interesting, instead of, oh yeah, these are all great samples, I want to use them. That is not really, I mean, it's challenging a bit, but it's not really that challenging if you always pick inks that you are actually drawn at that specific moment. So I guess you already heard my answer. I'm going to go with all 4 of those and just see how it works. And I'm giving myself, as I said earlier, I'm giving myself permission. Diamine, Rainbow's End. Ah, I like the sparkle in this. And I did not. So, okay. So, these are the inks that I have right now. These are the pens that I would like to carry over. I have, this is the Lamy 2000. And this is a Kobe ink. And it's called Lamp Work Museum Maroon. And I really like it. I really love this ink in this pen. Then I also would like to carry over my... Maybe I need to unink this and ink it with a different ink. This is my new Sailor Pro Gear with Diamine Earl Grey. But I could also just ink it with a different ink from these. This would work totally. Where is the pen that I just had here? And then the other pen that I would like to continue using is my Scribo, because I just love the pen and ink combination so much. Scribo Feel. And I think it speaks for itself. This is Sailor Manyo Akebi. I think it speaks for itself that I have this pen inked consistently since I got it. So, pens that I would like to use. The two pens that I consider that I'm not so 100% sure about keeping, which is number one, my Sailor Vanishing Point. I need to put in the medium gold nib and then the Shape of Heart. So I thought maybe I can put the Birmingham Pen Co Cerulean in here, because I always have bad experiences with inks that I consider to be super wet, or it's just not a good experience. But I think maybe this would work. This could work. So that, and then, so see, now we're, what ink would I put in here to put it to the test so that I have a good experience? If I have three, so I could put an ink that I choose from my stash, maybe a Pilot Iroshizuku ink in here. That would give me 3 more, unless I unink this, and then I would have 4 more. He wants to, it's not lunchtime yet, but he's hungry. I'll be back. I can think about this while I feed him. The puppy's sleeping and I'm back. So here is thoughts. I pulled out some pens. The only reason why I chose this Earl Grey Bennu is because it's brown, and this is a brown ink. I have heard that Pelikan inks are rather dry, and this is a fine nib. Because I have had weird experiences with brown inks that didn't have a broader line, I think I want this to be maybe even a broad nib. Then I pulled out this. This is a Pilot sign pen, I think. There's nothing here, because what this works as is, where's all of my Palette parallel grip sections? I need a grip section. Well, let's hope there is one here. Nope, that's bad. That is bad. Oh, this is one. So I need to figure out what grip section I want to use. Maybe this one. This is a Pilot parallel in 2.4 millimeters. And what happens here is you can actually screw this on here. I could even, maybe I should not do another thing that is possible. Ta-da, I'm going to make you be very surprised. Let's take this. Let's take this. Unscrew it completely. Let's take this and this. This feels not as good as I think this does. Tight. Maybe I should just do this. Oh, and if we look at the grip sections, the length, there's no need. Okay, I was going to compare it like that, but that's not true. It goes down in all the way to here. So there's still enough room for this to be in the cap and safe and secure. So I can put this in here. Okay, I think that's more exciting than this one, to be honest. This is just a bare sign pen thing. This is a sparkly, beautiful Bennu. Yeah, that works. I'm surprising myself right now. So I have this here. Then I've thought, what if this is a fine nib. I'm going to swap this out for something else, but I will like this ink in here in some kind of nib. Then I have these two. Because the Lavender Frost is so gray, I think I'm going to unink this pen. And I am not sure if I want to ink this or if I just want to not use it. Really, I'm torn. I need to look through my stuff of pens. Then I still have this one that I could ink with something. I am thinking of, well, I was going to ink up Sailor Manyo Nekoyanagi, but I don't. There's two things that I'm missing. I'm missing a green. You know what I could do? I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. But, so, my thoughts. In my 8 pen questions video, I talked about this ink as one of my favorites and my first bottle, and I haven't used this in so long. And I'm wondering, maybe I should use it, but my thought was to put this ink in here. Then that would leave Sailor Manyo Nekoyanagi in this pen, and I'm not sure that this is a good combination. However, if I don't try, I won't find out if I like it or not. The reason why I want to try this pen again, and I'm sorry about there's pizza grease here. I had lunch just now. Not cool. The reason why I want to use this is because I'm considering selling this pen. And I'm not, also it wasn't a problem with there is no converter in here, so that's the reason why. Here, let me finish my train of thought. So, I like the nib. What I don't like, or what I'm often struggling with is, but this is the stub nib, I think. So I need to pull out. Yep. I need to send this back to Nikki, and I need to pull out my nib. That is not here, which is very concerning. Oh no, there's more. Okay, I was a little bit scared here for a moment, but here is my medium nib. And there's an ink cartridge, so I can just put that in there. I can send this one back. What concerns me with this pen is not so much the nib. I like the bounciness of the nib. I think that's one of the really great benefits of this pen. What concerns me is that every time I use this, or every time I have this inked, I don't grab it first, or I have to make myself use it. And then when I write with it, I have to adjust to the grip. And I want to figure out if this is something that I can live with. I don't like that anymore. I need to figure out if I'm cool with that and if that is an okay thing for me or if not. And that's why I want to ink this pen. What I can do is I could ink this, and even if it doesn't take a long time to figure out, if I find out that I don't like this ink, then I can always just unink it and ink it with a safe choice. I think Palette Iroshizuku Peki would make a good choice for this color palette. And so I could use this and this, figure out if it works together, figure out if I like the pen. And then if I decide that I want to keep the pen, I could ink it with Palette Iroshizuku Peki. I feel like if I do this though, then this experiment is prone to fail, in the sense of that I will not enjoy this experience, and so I will sell the pen. Would that be a thing? I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna swatch these two colors just to see what they look like. Or maybe what I also could do is I could decide that I'm not going to try Sailor Manyo Nekoyanagi this month and just add it to next month's ink rotation type thing. What do we think? There's hair. Why is there fuzzies? Not fuzzies, that's not true. There's like cat hair and such, which we don't want. So where's the nib? I already closed this ink bottle. Let's take this away. And use a pen and write everything. I need to document my thought process, because when I film this, it's not the same day as when I am uninking my pens and re-inking them. And so there's probably a couple days, maybe even more than a week left in between those days. So this is Rohrer and Klingner. And if I don't write down which pen goes where, what ink goes where, then I don't remember. I am curious to see how this will work in the Sailor Pro Gear. And I like that I have a yellowy, you know, an olivey green in the mix. I think that was a color that has been missing to balance out this red and blue leaning palette. Nekoyanagi. I'm going to swatch it just to see. Maybe when I swatch it, I will already know that I don't want to put this in a pen. And I have not used a lot of this. So if I don't want to keep this, I will most definitely sell it. See, there's all this cat hair. So it's not inside the bottle, it's in my life. So here. Oh my God, I don't know. Why did I even buy this ink? I think I was on one of those thought processes when I purchased this bottle that if I try it and I like it, then I buy a bottle of it. I don't think I was aware of the fact that there are so many inks that this is not really necessary at all whatsoever. And there's water over here. Not good. Ugh, look at this. Why did I buy this? Because I thought I would love it? I think maybe, oh, I know what that was. I liked Sailor Manyo Akebi. I mean, look at the chromo shading of this ink. Isn't this just beautiful? This is just not me. Do I even want to bother with this? No, I am not. I am going to sell this bottle of ink. I haven't thought of a price yet. I need to look how much they go for. Take off some amounts. These ink bottles, my ink bottles have always been stored in packaging and away from light in closets or drawers, never on a shelf. And yeah, if you're interested, please send me a DM on Instagram, or if you're on my Discord, reach out on Discord. And yeah, this is not This is the epitome of an ink that I don't enjoy using. Well, I'm glad we talked about this. So I thought maybe Konpeki, right? In this one. What other inks are wet and fluid? Well, inks that I own is the premise. I would want to use one of the new Lamy inks, but they're also in this color scheme right here. And I also don't know if they would work well in this pen. Why am I overcomplicating things? Okay. What if I use this? Would this work with this color palette? What do we think? What do you think? I only have 2 Sailor Konpeki. What? You know, maybe I should just think before I speak. I only have 2 bottles of Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki. Of Pilot Iroshizuku inks. Oh my god. I have Pilot Iroshizuku Zukiyo, and I have Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki. Zukiyo was the ink that I used in this pen in February, where I tried the stub nib. And I feel like that's just not appealing to me to use this. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. Look, this is saturated, beautiful, and I love the contrast. Yes, this is what I'm... Okay, so now this is how I need to feel when I ink up a pen. What am I putting in here again? Oh yeah, right. And there's a little teeny tiny fabric thingy. Pilot Iroshizuku. What is happening here? Konpeki. Yes, so this, and these 2. I'm curious what this looks like, but I'm also very excited for this. Yes, this is going to work really well. I'm going to... So I film this usually before I even do my review for all of the pens that I had inked last month, because before I want to film the review, I want to know which pens and inks I'm going to move forward to the next month. And in this case, it's going to be these 2. And so these 2 I am not evaluating, but everything else I will. And so I know that when I'm doing my review. And now what comes next in my process is the review of the pens and ink combinations, the video. And then after I have filmed the video, I will slowly unink the pens that I had inked and then ink the pens, the new pens with these inks, and then I will film my currently inked video. So this is going to take a while until you will see the next iteration. I'm actually also not sure when this is going to be seen, but I was just so in the mood of picking new pens and inks and having that anticipation towards the next thing, because I don't really get to use my pens and inks as much as I would like. And this is something that gets me excited about them, and that I can, you know, something to look forward to. So, yep. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. And I'd love to know what you think of these pens and ink pairings. Do you think they are already going to be bad choices? Have you ever had Rohrer und Klingner in a sailor? I would love to know. I think that's all I have to say. Let's not prolong this for much longer. See you soon. Bye.